Let's go for it.
And I'm a dumbass. I forgot to set that. Well, welcome to the VC face interface instead of my face. Haha! I appear.
Oh no.
Maybe. Oopsie.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh,
having a full
no.
body stiffy.
Dun dun dun.
Hooray for bad jokes. Alright, anytime. Come on. There, let's get the feed from the camera. Awesome. Now I can move. I love it.
Let me grab this. Pull this up.
Alright, there we go. And
There.
bye-bye menu.
Go.
Okay, now that I've fixed my face, let's go ahead and get started today. So we left off yesterday with a power outage. So that was a hell of a way to end a night hour stream. I guess that's just basically the fates that be going like, fuck you, you've streamed enough. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And log in with Cat Dad. Oh god, I can't wait for that M2 drive. Wee.
How long till you get your M.2?
That's gonna be coming probably next week.
Nice.
So I'm probably going to attempt cloning the drive first. If that fails and fucks up, I'm just going to go ahead and use the USB drive that I'm going to stick on my keychain that I ordered as well, and completely reinstall Windows on it. And we'll go from there. So that's a thing. Yee.
Yee.
Yee indeed. Alright. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with Y'shtola. Basically, they ended up taking her back to the hotel here at the Adventurers Guild after she got brought back from the live stream. And here we go. Few items for a crafting endeavor. Oh geez, Tataru, what are you doing? His shoulder is resting in the inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say that she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now while we wait for her to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish a little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while in the hope she'd one day return to us. But if wants just a couple more items before it's ready. Oh, I already placed the orders. Could you retrieve them from me? Leatherworkers Guild, Conjurers Guild. They should take care of you. Okie dokie. Let us go and retrieve the info item. Blam, brain, stupid. I don't know.
You know where you're going, right?
I have an idea.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it's the right idea. Mind you.
True.
Oh, I ran into something.
Well, it wasn't me.
Controller go brrr. No, I don't need to talk to him. I need to talk to someone inside of the guild. Deedle dee 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 dee. Greetings, Thel. I trust you have been well. Is aught you require of me? Oh yes, Mistress Tataru's orders. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Oh, she gets a nice staff, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. I have to step away and tend to something important. I will be back in a little bit.
Okie dokie day. Zoomies. And we're going to the Leatherworkers Guild next. You know, I think I'm going to refrain from putting G Fuel in my water this time. I think I'm just going to have water for now. That sounds like a good idea.
It is a pretty good idea.
After all, I did drink 2 cans of Kickstart back to back. There we go. Leatherworkers Guild is this way. Onward we go. Well, if it isn't Thel. Looking for some hides to tan, mayhap? Here to retrieve an order for Mr. Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished a bit moments ago. There was no small coup working it to her specifications. But I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, how did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? Need either balls of steel or bottomless coin purse, and it seems to me she had neither. Hitaru has connections, and that's what matters. I'm not sure I quite fit the definition of himbo, but I'll assume that was intended as a compliment. Welcome on in. How you doing? Let's see. Okay, that's what I was doing. I need to go back to the Adventurers Guild. Lep.
Yep.
Okay, zoom out the camera so I can see where I'm going. The tail on my VC face avatar or in the game? Oh yes, Tataru. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope? Whatever works for you. Tails are fun. They're nice and swishy. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. The perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Geva is a master of masters. The staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, though. Can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Cutscene!
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back! Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Going like, go on, get out, boys.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagarn barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
I think we get to go to Dravanian hinterlands now. Y'shtola looks absolutely smashing her new outfit, don't you think?
Yes.
Yee. Nice. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya in the field of etheric research. I have no doubt that her knowledge will aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. Welcome back, Thunder. How you doing? Having a good morning? When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life in the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is to the Dravanian hinterlands we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alice and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's a homecoming then. As fine reason as any to go to Sharlayan, though it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you may have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through a largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Alright, teleport time. Teleport. Poof. Onward we get. Derp. There we go. This is the way I need to go. Charlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian foreland. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Thel, Y'shtola, and myself. Nataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir! First, let us make for Tailfeather. God, I wish I could have just teleported to Annex Shrine because it's the closest point, but nope. What's an etherite, Alphino? You silly, silly man. Lep. When we last set foot here, Stenian and Ysayle were with us. Though it was not that long ago, I find myself strangely taken by nostalgia. A long soak in the live stream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength has returned to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Charlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we'll arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there, it's but a short distance to the city. Be warned, we shall be passing through Nath territory, so we needs must be wary of them and the dragons both. Yeah, why couldn't I just teleport to Annex Shrine instead? Here we go. Onwards through the ether. Oof. Oh, I forgot that I unlocked flying here. What the hell? Okay, I'm happy with this. And down. So annoying that I couldn't access this before. Story gate.
To the Thalaic River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Charlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
That's really nice. Probably going to go mostly with tank and healer stuff then. Because those are what I've been playing the most. Well, maybe some DPS. I don't know. Depends on how many of the poets I've got to use. Matoya dwells on the far side of the Thaliac River. Let us search for her crossing. I don't remember it raining last time I played. Then again, played this area, but then or come in for the first time. Then again, I guess the cutscenes are all in engine anyway. Rain everywhere. Yeah, and that's a pretty neat thing. It speaks quite well of the efforts they put into actually making it look decent. Of course, the goblins took over bloody everything when they got here. Bridge ahead is collapsed. I'm afraid we shan't be crossing there. Worry not, I know another way. See that towering structure to the north? We should be able to cross there. But 15 years abandoned and already Charlene has fallen into such disarray. Barely a city is no more than its inhabitants. He not wrong. Oh, that's a worthwhile little detour.
We
You're... Tal, you sound like you're about to pass out. Well, that cut off the music very quickly, didn't it? Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Charlayan engraved upon the yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Charlayan journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, the camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, so much that it came to be counted among Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With the keepers lost to her, Charlayan becomes an empty husk of her former self. Pshh, Uplander's mistaken. Charlayan has new keepers. Is on the cusp of a new age of glory. Goblins, here to plunder the city? Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? Last I looked, it was mine and Alfinet's. We were born here. When Uplanders abandoned city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here, no Uplanders are trespassers. My friends, please, we do not come to dispute your claim on this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you. Let us speak like civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. If that is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplander settlement. Goblins in this are so goofy. I remember when this place used to be crazy alive. Not anymore, unfortunately. Scram. We may never know. Chances are they'll make some big joke out of it either way. Either way, be responsible like a goblin. Wear a mask during COVID. What? We've got guests? What do we got here? Guests? Greetings to you. I am Alfinod Levier. May I introduce my companions, Stelbarian and Yishtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapse, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew, is that right? That is the short of it, aye. This place, Idleshire. I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice to say, I'm surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts lying around, it's only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. And we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his gobby friends were already settled. At first, gobbies and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came, then friendships. Now gobbies and hunters have joined hands in building great new nation. So that is what happened after we saw lands disparted. Oh, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope? All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Felt like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put the place to rights. Things going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps you people left lying around are a bloody nuisance. There's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Slowfix has a bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes. Best way to understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Free to cross the river. Well, I'm not sure of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. Let's see. What do we got? I've already outstripped this stuff, so I'll grab that thing, I guess. When in doubt, sell on the auctions. Uplanders agreed to help? Good. Here's what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Idleshire. Get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayan, yes? Sharlayan should know the best way to deal with creatures. So we are to eliminate the golems. That should be a simple enough affair. The automata were employed as sentinels, and design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses. I see no reason why that should not still work. Something happened? Ooh. I was not looking. Hello. Whatever that was. I'm a derp.
Yes.
Thanks for whatever it was. I got a little bit tunnel vision-y. I'm surprised it's not showing up in my activity feed, though. Like, what? I don't get it. There we go. Let us divide the task between the three of us, the quicker to be finished with it. Okay, let's type it out and then Control V. Because that will make it easy. Wait. What the fuck was that? I think I accidentally found a rear view mirror command. That was weird. Very weird. I am so confused. Oh. It is a rear viewer command. Okay. And Golem fell down. Bye-bye. Ah. I usually just zoom out. That and I use controller mostly, so I don't know what the equivalent for that would be on the controller. But I can definitely see the utility. Oh, this way. This way. Golems no more? Wonderful. I can resume work to expand settlement. I'm not quite sure I'm nearly that masochistic to go for the absolute highest end raids. I might try it, but I'm sure that trying to learn it will probably frustrate the ever-living hell out of someone trying to get me to learn it. We'll see how that pans out. I'm not sure yet. But I did enjoy doing the basic Alexander raids. Those were fun. Ugh. Uplanders help Gobby flock. Earned right of citizens of Idleshire, but Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? Short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins, show no mercy even towards Gobbykin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friend before Why is that word giving me so much trouble? Probably because I'm trying to do this stupid accent while I'm doing it. Fuck.
Having a hard time there.
Please find friend before Illuminati do. I am suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. I'm assuming I have to finish this basic part of the quest before I can go get gear. Or maybe not. I don't know. Nope. Oh my god, I have not seen this place this fucking empty. Good God. Wow. Oh, yay, it sold. Okay. Tombstone exchange, no doubt. Oh, shit, that's a big difference. Wow. Goddamn. Too bad the helm doesn't actually show up. The Shire gear sets is what I want. So, let's see. Oh, augmented Shire? Is that right? Okay. That's a huge improvement. Wow. Augshire weapons. Well, let's try to cover as much of it as we can. I got 2,000 tombstones.
It's a lot.
So I need custodian. Show all. Marauder. There we go. Oh, I've never seen this one. God damn it, this person keeps trying to add me to a free company. Go away! Stop it. Yeah. Once I'm done with this, I think I might ask you where to find that. Because I'm about to go fucking crazy from it. I got the armor. Hose. Solarettes. Gauntlets. Belt. Everything but the circlet. Well, I guess I need to get more tombstones now, don't I? I'll probably get some of those because I like to grind on other characters anyway. I never had the tank equipment for that. Not bad. Me likey. Alright, let's disable that. I'm assuming it might be in character configuration, maybe? Hello, Aterios. How you doing? Welcome on in. Well, if you find it, please let me know, because this guy will not leave me alone. The next time he tries to send me an invite, I'm probably going to tell him off. Huh? What on earth? Ah, cool. Yep, Encore indeed. Basically, I ended up coming back only recently. This character, I think, is about a month old. I've been I've been abusing the road to 70 quite a bit. I have some catching up to do, though. Part of me kind of goes like, I'm like I've already far outstripped what I can do with what I've got all invested in this character than my original one. So I'm pondering whether it'd be even worth even keeping the old character.
Well, for nostalgia, right?
I don't know. I do like the fact that apparently it looks like my roommate's dad and it freaks him out. Yeah, he fucking hates it.
That's hilarious.
Needless to say, I have mercilessly trolled him about it.
Oh god, good on you for that. I would too.
Ah, that's where I quit last time. I used to be a Scholar main when I originally played this game. However, for me, and I understand that many others might not agree with this, but I feel that Scholar was so much more fun to play back in Heavensward. I hate what they did to it with Stormblood. And that's when I stopped playing. I got about as far as Susano, and I quit. I was tempted to get back in, and eventually my friend Freyr decided to go ahead and bring me back. He ended up transferring me from Midgard Sormir to Balmung on my original character. Then I made this one as a side project, and it kind of got sucked into it. I've been enjoying re-experiencing the storyline of the game, especially Heavensward again. And some of the story notes hit just as fucking hard as they did last time. So, I decided that, yeah, it's fun to play different classes, too. Recently, I've gone ahead and started working to... I figured I was going to, after I finished Realm Reborn, to just stream specifically the story of Heavensward. Because I feel that there's a problem. Because let's just say that Final Fantasy XIV has some of the best story I have seen in a Final Fantasy game. And I would argue that in some aspects it's better than some of even the single-player games. However, so many people are passing by it simply because it's an MMO and a subscription one at that. So, I figured why not stream it? Let people experience the story with me. So that's what I've been doing.
So this is only online, this game?
This game is only online, Sal.
Huh.
Ah. That's pretty cool, Laterios.
Bark.
T.
Bark.
Hoy.
The T-Fox has returned.
Yes, though I'm hitting that point in the night where my eyes are like burning.
Of course, when I got back into this game, I ended up having one theme lead to another. Final Fantasy XI was on sale, so I got that and started playing it, and then people started joining me in it, surprisingly enough.
Wait, you got Bach into this game? I thought he was dead.
Who's Bach?
You said you got Bach into this game.
I got back, you twit.
No, you said that you got Bach into the game.
Well, if Bach is in the game now, where's Mozart?
Um,
What about Chopin? This?
you know,
Oh, honestly,
I went to the store to go shopping, but I forgot my list, so I had to go home on Debussy.
Oh, and one of the funniest things is, I didn't even notice that Ether Current was there until I heard it. I've been trying to pay more attention to the music and sounds by leaving them turned up, and it's been great.
Wow, nobody even like mentions my horrible puns.
Yes, you have lots and lots of mom puns, hon.
Well, my anaconda don't want none unless you got mom puns, son.
Your anaconda?
It's a song by Nicki Minaj, and I only know that lyric.
That
'Cause
is...
I've never heard the song.
That is such a cringe song.
My anaconda don't want none unless
Please
you got
don't get me a
mom
copyright
puns.
strike.
I doubt. Okay, it is actually not illegal to sing several lyrics from a song. That is actually not illegal.
You mean a bar or two?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sir Mix-a-Lot. So something? What's going on? Is it something exciting? I'm not on a free trial, but it probably has one for the game, I imagine.
It goes all the way to the end of A Realm Reborn.
Okay then. Apparently Foxer knows that more than I do.
Well, this is the thing everybody's been throwing in my face. Did you know they expanded the tutorial, the free trial? It goes up to the end of A Realm Reborn, and I'm like, oh great! I get to play all of the worst part of Final Fantasy XIV for free.
Oh wait, it was expanded to Heavensward as well?
No, wait, no, I didn't say Heavensward. Sorry, A Realm Reborn. I'm sorry. I get all of the fucking crap in that game mixed up in my head because everybody talks about it incessantly.
Yes,
All I
yes.
know is Savage Primal Heavensward Primal Savage duty roster.
As do you mean playing with viewers? Is that what you mean, Brewer? I often do play with friends, and occasionally I've played with viewers. Or at least I open the door up for it.
Yeah.
Generally, I don't mind if people chat with me on it, but keep in mind, anything that appears, that is sent to me in text, will appear in the game. So it will show on the stream.
Yeah,
Needless to say.
I don't really have any games that people can just randomly join.
Well, I have
Modern
people
Warfare and Black
photobomb
Ops.
all the time. Like, somebody decided to raid, and apparently they arranged with their viewers that were in the game to just show up and mob me in the Jeweled Croucher. That was pretty funny.
That's actually hilarious.
I started giggling so hard I coughed. That was a riot. I fucking loved it. But yeah, I'm pretty open to playing around. No option to disable the FC invite specifically. Don't care about miss. Oh, I see, Brewer. Okay then.
I don't think I've played a game that I can play
Yes, it
with
was
viewers.
Quinn. And they scared the shit out of me when they came in with the raid because I was really absorbed in something, and then.
So.
Huh? What?
I was just gonna say, I don't think I've ever played something on stream that viewers could hop into.
I have.
MMOs are kind of that way.
I've played 4 different things really, but 2 of them require advanced preparation, so people can't really just pop in.
Yeah.
Well, same for me. Like Factorio, you can play with other people, but the server system for Factorio is awful because you have to port forward.
Yuck. Why? Why
The
can't they do
Ocarina
better
of Time
server code?
randos and the Metroid Prime 2 randos, those multi-worlds required
Now,
advanced planning to know who's gonna be there and what settings are gonna be and stuff.
but yeah, it was definitely Quinn. They went ahead and popped in and said hi, and it was crazy. It derailed my brain for the next 20 minutes.
Well, that's the way to do it.
All right, we got ourselves a cutscene and probably something where I gotta beat the shit out of someone. I gotta spank him with an
Probably.
axe.
I have a bit of a headache, so I'm gonna head out and wind down for bed.
Okay.
That was a good choice that he made, Atarius. And sleep well, Foxer dear.
I webs you.
Loves you too.
Come here, you get girlfriend snuggles. Mwah.
Rawr.
Big smooch. Okay. Night night.
Sleep well. I'm not sure I noticed, but I do like the way the characters were written far better. Shock! Goodly Uplander, long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Oh, does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Brayflox? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brayflox. Brayflox is finding junk first. I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Brayflox. It's been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Whiskey gave me an understanding that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is that wise to be here? Thanks for the host, darling.
Wait, did you just say Illuminati?
Yes, Illuminati.
Nice.
There are a bunch of asshole goblins in this game. No retainer and MB? Yeah. But yes, it is definitely worth getting the game, though. Pshaw. Brayflox eat Illuminati for synapses. Yeah, you say that now. Who eats who for synapses? Good morning, Shripe. Ray Fox Allstocks, unwise you are to come here after dirty taking secret knowledge of cheese make from Illuminati. That sounded like a broken fucking horn. Greyflux didn't know I'm right. Cheese recipe is Goffy birthright. Save tongue flaps for trading in Death Pit. I'm going to hurt my throat with this. Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Pray to Godfathers for punishment in near times. Thank you for the host, salad.
Yeah, no salad. Only dirt.
You can hide in my salad anytime.
Ooh, woo. Tempt me.
Hey, as long as you're having fun with it, who cares? Because it's worth playing. The story alone is fucking amazing. It appears we have no choice. Alright, you need a spanking, goblins. Yeah. Like, I went through and played all of the stuff again.
You know, sleep sounds like an amazing idea. I think we can go do that too. I'll leave you with a blep. Blem. And a good old boop.
Blepis.
Blip. Have fun streaming.
You have a good one, Sal. Be safe, okay?
I'll do my best. No promises.
I had some. I really, honestly had some help getting my crafting up to speed. Give me just a moment and I'll be able to catch up on chat a little bit better. I don't want to miss things too much. I'll get with you in just a second, okay?
Do what you must.
Welcome back, Alex.
Thank you. I got reminded that I had an 8 a.m. training this morning. Or, excuse me, a 7 a.m. training. It is now 2 past 8. It's literally, I sit in Zoom and do nothing. So... What are you trying to catch us on?
Hang on. I can't really hear you that well. Let me adjust things.
No, you're fine. It's because I was talking quieter.
Oh, okay. Can't do that because achievements and work. Oh. So you're doing an achievement to craft every single item once.
I didn't even know there was that achievement in there.
I'm pretty sure there was one.
Let me look. Crafting, gathering. Getting data. Hello.
Hey, Freyr.
Freyr. What's up, Frey?
Me.
Me? Don't give me in.
Me.
Don't give me in.
Who said me?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Are you a knight that says me?
No, I say me.
Oh, me.
Okay, that chaos is done. Let's catch up. Let's see.
Duty complete.
Yes, duty complete. I'm trying to see where that achievement is, because I went in all disciplines.
Okay, I see. Well, here's the thing. However you play, have fun. Personally, I just wish I could get my roommate, who I tried paying for a subscription for him to get back into it for a little bit, would actually play the game. So I'm not going to be upping his subscription again.
So, I play...
I can understand
I think
that
I've
conflict,
mentioned...
Aterios.
Yeah. I think I've kind of mentioned... I know Lorgans knows this, but I play on all 3 NA data centers. And my main is on Primal, but on Primal I have a house, I'm part of an FC, and I have an apartment.
Wait, Lupin race with Onion Knight? I'm guessing that you're probably talking about a chance in hell, or I'm not going. I don't know what's going on.
Let me put it this way, Lorgans. They will release Lupins when pigs fly.
Yeah.
We have been calling for them to do we've been calling for them
Actual
to do
furries.
Lupin. Yeah, actual furries, not Rothgars, not Galka for
Well, Hrothgars are
3
legitimate
years?
furries.
Yeah, but a lot of people wanted Rothgar and a lot of people wanted Lupin. They put the Lupin in as a NPC race, but not as a playable race.
And the funny thing is, here's the thing. There's too many Nekomimis or Komodomimis. I'm tired of humans that have animal parts stuck to them. Like, come
Let me
on,
tell you
this
this.
game has the kind of development power that World of Warcraft has. Why can't they do that?
I know.
Like, come on.
Well, I will tell you that if they were to come out with the Lupin race, I know 2 people who would definitely go Lupin right off the bat. Me and most likely Kazuma would go
Probably
Lupin
me
as
too.
well. You're fine, Shripe.
We're
used
not
to
gonna
be a
bite you
Miko.
over it. We just want more fucking selections. Also, no more gender-locked races.
Yeah, I wish they would keep that out, but hey.
Oh, why don't they just have separate teams again? It's clear that people still love Oh, wait.
So,
Wait, you're talking about the new Final Fantasy. Why don't they have a separate team for that?
So technically speaking, what it is Yoshi P oversees what is called Business Division 5.
Uh-huh.
It's more of a bigger umbrella that covers a
Multiple
lot of
teams.
different projects, right? Including the teams that work for 14 and 16.
Yeah.
So
I still want them to start breaking off these action-y games off to the side, though.
right, but think about it this way. Even though okay, so there's 2 teams that are working on both games,
Yeah.
but they're overseen by another like administrative team that's kind of like a mishmash between the team from 14, the team from 16, and maybe like a few other select people.
Yeah. The thing I've noticed with Japan, though, is they seem afraid of giving people beast races for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
In spite of the success of anime like Brand New Animal or Beastars, which prove that can become wildly popular.
Absolutely.
Now,
a lot of people want to create a character that doesn't always remind them of, this is me, this is a reflection of me in the game. They want something unique. They want to be like, in a way, like a fur. They want to be a wolf. They want to be a bird. They want to be whatever.
yeah, make it
They don't
more
just want to
unique,
be.
not just demi-humans. Hang on, plugging in headset.
Okay. Yep.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna play a fantasy game, why the fuck do I play a human?
Anyway, I think we beat the dead horse quite enough for this morning on that one.
Pretty much, and it looks like chat is as well.
So, let's go ahead and move on.
Hey,
Back
Lord,
to the game. Yes, Freyer.
it could beat something else.
Not on stream, I can't.
Lord.
No.
You can
You're
keep
always
the
in
beat to
default
yourself.
state. Anyway, Illuminati no match for Furious Gummy Fists and Brave Locks. More junk is awaiting
Alrighty,
Brave
then.
Locks. Brave Locks is taking leave of Uplanders. Zoom.
Literally.
Well, they tried. But yeah, they need to...
Well- Lorgans is getting close to going forward and back.
Pretty much.
Wait, what?
You will not get the reference.
Not yet, at least.
Let me put it this way. In order to get the reference, you need to do the Alliance, or no, the 8-man raid for Heavensward,
You mean
which was
Alexander or something else?
I mean Alexander.
I did that originally, but I don't remember the forward and back thing.
Oh, I'll fix that.
Being embroiled in a cheese war was the last thing I expected coming to Charlian. At any rate, we have fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let us return with good tidings and be on our way. That line is perfect. Cheese war. Fuck.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. It is kind of a bit of a hoot, isn't it?
Yeah. Braithlock's long stop hard is what I'll also reference you to.
Brayflox is amusing.
I sent you a thing.
Oh, lovely.
Four absolutely loved Braithlock's. The devs really, you could tell they loved the little quirks that Braithlock had.
Now, another thing, though. I do think that Square needs to start paying more attention to Final Fantasy XI. Just like they're starting to do again. Because, honestly, people still want to play it.
So here's my thinking on 11. For a while now, yes, they have given it somewhat of a content drought. But yes, like you mentioned, they are starting to pick it up again.
I think they were hoping for it to quietly die. But
Probably
people refused to let it happen.
Yeah, because people... How do I put it? So, basically for 11, and I'm looking at this from, more of a game developer perspective, 11's already had its quote-unquote golden years. When it's been absolutely great, they've had big numbers, blah, blah, blah. And then everybody's like, yeah, okay, what's the next game that I want to play?
Well,
but what's happening is, as you mentioned, the nostalgia's kicking in, and more people are like, hey, I want to finally go back to playing 11.
And then, meanwhile, the Square over in Japan is going what the bloody hell is going on?
Right.
Might as well make more content to sell to people. Why not?
Adaros and Brewer have the right of it, basically.
Yep. Personally, I think that it's great. I don't have any nostalgia for 11 personally, because I've only just started it. However, I do have to say that it hits other nostalgia bones. It hits things like when I played Anarchy Online, not having a fucking clue what I was doing. It hits the PlayStation 2 lover in me. And those that look at what I've streamed on the channel will realize that, yeah, PS2, PS1, that kind of stuff is my jam. I really like that stuff. And it just hits all the buttons for me. I've actually thought of a stupid fun idea, just putting it in a 4:3 aspect ratio and putting a CRT filter over it and playing it that way on stream just for giggles.
And I'm pretty sure Foxer said that you should do it.
Yeah.
You gotta play it at 640 by 480.
I'll go as far as the aspect ratio. I've already found a way to uncap the frame rate and super sample it.
Well, that's good.
Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find friend of Slowfix? Oh, you have a PVM. Nice.
A what?
A PVM is a professional video monitor. One of the better kinds of CRTs you can get.
Speaking of monitors, I think mine has started to have some burn-in of some sort.
Have you checked to ensure that it's burn-in and not merely image retention?
Yeah, I've been blasting a white image at it for a while.
Oh.
We'll see.
Well, aren't you sneaky? It's a photobomb! Hello. Time has not cured recklessness of Brayflocks. Without help from Uplanders, Brayflocks would now be dead gobby. Slowfix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowfix and Brayflocks were joined by unseverable gobby bond. If Slowfix had known Uplanders are friends of Brayflocks, Slowfix would have welcomed Uplanders to Gobbyflock at first meeting.
If they don't look like they're breathing hard enough to die, they're not doing it right.
What?
The goblins. They gotta look like they're twitching.
What, are you wearing one of those weird Speedo leopard print things?
I might have showed Lorgan the Curl Beach brief.
I believe it's in part a subliger.
And how is it worse? Is it just as bad as the dancing bishop in Coral?
Wait, Freyr, what piece of equipment did you say it was?
A subligar.
Was it a subliger?
Basically, leather crotch.
Or was it a cosmetic piece that came out for one of the holidays?
You
did a graphics modification, didn't you, Brewer?
If it's a graphics modification, then you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, that's only client side, if that's the case.
Yep.
Dancy.
Of course, I could always wear I could always wear the Star Spangled Subligar, and if you know where that
Star
is from,
Spangled Subligar. Really?
Yep, there's such an item.
Oh god. Like we really need that.
It was made in America.
It's not red, white, and blue.
Doesn't matter. It was made in America.
Grem
at Lorgan's.
Lorgan's was made in America.
Accept. Next quest.
Let me just describe the Subligar this way. Shiny.
What, shiny metal cod piece? Is that what you're gonna say?
Pretty much.
Oh, jeez. Well, you know, they like to have very suggestive cod pieces in armor at some countries during medieval Europe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
swear you could even hang a hat on. I'm just waiting for them to catch it on something. Uplanders are held bargain most highly as promised. Slowfix make Uplanders honored citizens of Adelshire free to cross the river at will. The Uplanders must leave for now. Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build great new nation. Dreadworm Tonbon of Casting. Not sure I even want to know.
Dreadworm Tonban of Casting?
Dreadworm Tonban of Casting, apparently.
Me. Let me just see.
You are most kind, my friend. We were certain that we will return. I must confess, I was upset to learn that my home had been occupied by others, but I see now that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Charlian thrive once more, to become a home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfix has already ordered the Gobby Watch to lit up Brenda's through. Safe travels! So basically, they're making your characters look like that one guy at the swimming pool that everyone just cringes at. Is that it?
I believe that comes from Binding Coil, or you can get the crafted version, because there is now a crafted version. Give me a minute. I will run to Foundation and...
Scram at it?
I can link it for you.
Is this gonna make me cringe?
Well, question is, did you cringe at the Curl Beach Briefs when I showed you them earlier?
That mostly made me roll my eyes.
That's the extent of pretty much anything glamour-wise they do.
Lorgans,
Yes.
doth you cringeth at myself? Oh god. I can't do that kind of language in the morning.
Dost thou cringe at mine antics?
The visage. Keep that up and I'll poke you.
Out of Slowfix, uplanders can come and go at will. One moment for clearing away barricade. Finally, we continue on our journey.
Engage. Good.
I don't know what you expected, you goofball.
Explosives.
Ahem. Barring any misadventure, we should soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Adelshire, let us strike out at once. I am ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. I think there's going to be a lot of moving or going to different places back and forth to actually get things unlocked at this point, isn't there? Ahead lies the
Probably.
answering quarter, where the scholars of Charlian gathered to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, 'tis plain that not that much of it has been given back to the wilderness. Okay, I'm going to roll my eyes at this.
What's this?
This is a site
I
of privacy,
sent him-
above all. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden, and you'll not find it unless you know what to look for. We shall follow the road south until you reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans, thence head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
I sent him a link to the replica Durgramton bands of casting.
You might want to be
Actually,
careful or
they
your
look-
junk will slip out, though.
They look kind of good on Rothgar, honestly.
Lorgans.
Yes.
Wardrobe malfunctions are hot.
Freyr.
Only if they are not in public.
No, he enjoys it wherever he is.
Oh, I know he does. But that doesn't mean that we do.
Like, he's just waiting for that raging boner to pop free.
Fine.
Oh, I'm quite sure. There's a lot of mounts that you can basically can't help but get. I was fighting those crawlers in 11 a day or two ago.
Yep. And here they are in a level 60 area. Aren't they fun? No, they are not.
It's just another thing to get in the way.
Right?
But I get the feeling, half the time it feels like, in more modern MMOs that... Oh yeah, I remember her a little bit. A lot of the...
A lot of the what?
Oh, jeez. If you got a baguette in your pants, I think you got other problems.
Adros, Matoya is, like, really witty. She can come up with stuff and you'd be like, damn!
Well, she doesn't take bullshit.
I'm gonna make no comment to that because I don't want to spoil something for you.
I don't even remember it, truthfully.
Hence why I don't want to spoil it for you.
Kind of funny that I haven't been in this long enough to actually not only remember half of it.
It's been a while. I remember good chunks of the story, like important chunks, though. It's just other stuff that I don't really remember. The other day when you were in the instance, before the vault, the only reason I remember the beginning part of that is because I went through that instance several times.
Why would anyone rob a bakery? That just
I
seems
know.
really, really fucking stupid.
I know Freyr would rob the bakery of the pants.
No, I'm not so stupid.
Well, if you
No?
want to be that way, I guess.
No, you're not gonna get the baguette?
I mean, I'm not to steal it.
More like Freyr will entice it to come out, and I will leave that topic right there.
Well, you certainly don't bake it, do you?
No. I let others do the baking.
Okay, I just want to get through here unmolested.
In other words, I should come help you beat stuff up.
You don't have to.
Not like I have anything better to do. 1335.
Ah, I can take a look at that in a moment.
How did I miss you? Strange.
Easy. You just don't have high accuracy.
Oh, come on, I interrupted that.
There you go.
Boing, boing,
Over here.
boing, boing. There we go. I can take a look at that in a moment, Atarios. Just make sure you've reviewed all the rules.
Yes. 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 Oh.
This is the entrance? You seem unconvinced, though. Well, that will only add to the surprise. Word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not that there will be sentinels and traps, both to deter unwanted guests. But we'll not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder. You will have your weapon near at hand.
Okay.
And there you go. Let's see here. I see wall.
It's danger purple.
Danger purple. Dangerously purple.
Stranger danger.
Smack something in the face, purple.
I told you it was danger purple.
There you go. Bye.
Eatus deletus.
Right?
Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light. The way should now be clear. Come, let's go see my master.
A secret door? No way.
Door.
You know what people do behind closed doors.
Rude to enter without knocking. The youth of today. No manners at all.
She's fun.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
Old bat.
Where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it.
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Hang on.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
that should be working, right?
As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me? Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it.
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagans set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I've adjusted it again. We'll see how it goes from here.
Adjusted.
"'Twas some 50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes, a device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us?
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Aye, I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject, but you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
Ah, you were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
Not so fast, you lot. Stola and the boy are staying with me. I need help to make new sentinels to replace the old ones you walloped. They'll be board and lodging, don't you worry. But know that you'll have to work for them. Hard. I'll have no sluggards in my house.
I don't know why, but she gives me like some sort of old style Final Fantasy vibes.
That's because Matoyo was part of Final Fantasy 1, I think.
Oh, the great library's guardians shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you. You'll hardly notice your shoulders abundance. And the girl, boy, whatever, would only get in your way. But it turns out you aren't up to the task. Well, I'll know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric ram. Now the library's entrance is locked tight. I'll loan you one of my servants to open it up. In the broom yonder. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, boy. Eva Gripnishter Swish Swisharu. I'm disrespectful to dust. Can you see that I'm serious? What? Greetings, good sir. I am Broomsy, the latest servant of some 50 years. May I say it's an honor to serve you? I'm given to understand you wish to enter the library. To find it, head east, leading up this cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. I shall go on ahead and await you at the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come and meet me there. Now, pleasure to unlock the door for you.
How does a broom talk?
I'm gonna have to rest my voice for the voices for now on a bit.
That's fine.
Well, it's fun to do them. It does take a toll on my throat. It's time for the Zoomies.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Boing, 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 boing. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Since when did you turn into a pogo stick?
Back when I originally played Commander Keen for my first ever stream. Like, come on. This entire channel, for the most part, aside from online games I play with others, is for the most part retro shit. And I started with MS-DOS games.
Really?
Yeah. Commander Keen, Jill of the Jungle, stuff like that. Yeah, it's the good shit. It's back when you could buy a game and get a whole package, rather than having it divvied up. I see Alexander's spot. That is so weird, having a bunch of those nautiloids on the ground.
I'll be right back.
Before DLC, there was a time where you could buy a full game for a standard price and get all the content. And then, maybe in a year or two, you might get an expansion, which would have 20% or more of the content added on. Yes, remember when we laughed at horse armor?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Whee! Yeah, and it was actual fucking content. Like Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. Alright, it's party time. Who wants to play?
I didn't have to get ready for work.
Is the dance mean a yes, Atarios? Boing, boing, boing. Back. 8 discs. Wow. Sure, you're welcome to join. Are you playing? You're going, Alex? Alex. Are you AFK again? Alright, I guess you're ninja. Alright. Last call, Alex. Do they even sell games on discs like that anymore? I don't think they do. Alright, let's see how fast this comes up. Now keep in mind, I do not remember the fights to save my life. No, I don't. All I remember is there's creepy dolls in it that were from another Final Fantasy game.
Speaking of discs for install, I remember Battlefield 2 having compressed files on a disk. So not only did you have to copy the files off the disk, which was slow because it was an optical drive, but you also had to have the files extracted during loading time, which was an interesting way of doing it, which meant the loading times were freaking abysmally long.
There's a giant book. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm gonna stop the queue then. You dropping in?
Yes, I can to make your queue go quicker.
Alrighty. Well, roulettes I think are based on what people need to do.
Yeah, roulettes are kind of based off of what job you're queuing as and what you have available for instances.
Alright, we're only gonna need a healer then.
That shouldn't be too hard to come across.
Probably not. I forgot which is rarer, tanks or healers. Probably tanks.
I think they're just about equal. I feel like the majority of players are DPS.
Wait, do you want to join, Raptor? We'll have a full party if you do. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Speak now or forever hold your peace, sir.
Alright. We're gonna have a healer coming in then. By the way.
Nice.
Atarios, if you are comfortable doing so, you are welcome to hop into the voice channel adjacent to this one, and I can pull you in if you'd rather be in it once we get the group going.
Blepus.
And there's Darius.
Well, blepus you, Darius.
Just make sure that you have something like a noise gate on your mic and whatnot, so we can keep the audio quality good.
My mic is always set to push to talk.
Either way, even if just hearing it might be better, because the stream is probably on a 5-second delay.
Yeah, I just kind of sit here and have a thing on my phone now where I can just push one thing, mute, push one thing, deafen, push them again, they turn it off.
Oh, I hate my wrists. Hate them. They suck. God damn it.
Are they hurting?
They're always in some measure of discomfort. I'm gonna go ahead and switch controllers so my hands are in a different position for a bit.
Okay.
Yep. I decided to put down the Switch Pro and I got my not DualSense. DualSense actually feels really nice in the hands, except it's just a little bit bigger than I'd like. I also have a Wii U Pro controller that I use on Final Fantasy XI. Alright, there we go.
I'm in. Invite.
There we go. Let me send you an invite, Raptor. Just a moment. And welcome in, Notarios. Let's see. Wrong button.
Forgot I was muted. Hello.
Hello!
I'm just gonna be honest, I don't remember much of this fight, so this could get interesting.
Don't worry, we can fail our way to success!
I just remember the very first time I did this, I was with a group of 3 other people who didn't know this fight, and we almost ran out of time.
Oh, damage check?
The last boss is what got us.
Yeah, last bosses can be a little bit of a bastard. Alright, so we just need healer, and we're good, and I'm pretty sure they have one.
I love 71.
Brewer, you're terrible.
All the bosses in...
But yeah, so far...
all the bosses in Great Google are pretty simple. You just gotta know what you're doing.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go! Oh, that's just terrible. I suck at it.
Morgans, don't kill your throat.
Can I hear that?
I mean, you can...
Streamer.
You can scrim, Lorgans, but don't scrim in our ears.
Alright.
Oh, and Lorgans, you'll
Yes.
have fun with all of Final Fantasy XI's cutscenes. Guess why?
Why?
No matter who you play with, you can't skip them.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's actually turn on the tank stance. How about that idea?
A wonderful idea.
That might
Silly.
help.
Silly derp. Alright.
Oh, I love it when a ninja actually uses their positionals. I might have to adjust the game volume because all I hear is explosions.
Yeah, I may be responsible.
Then again, I'm probably responsible for that often. This sounds like lobby music. Well,
Yeah.
the explosions are great until you end up blinding your tank.
Ow.
Alright, let's settle in the middle, and here we go.
I've heard lobby music and I've heard elevator music to describe how this works. Or how this background music sounds. Now I get the big blindy.
Oh, that was the wrong ability.
Fair enough. Ninja can be a pain to get a hold of. As you can see, I have the icons for the 3 most used abilities right there.
Also, you're talking about position. My whole thing is I literally stay behind the tank, I get on the opposite side of what I need to fight, and then I just mash buttons.
Yeah, too many people don't. And then there's the tanks who just forget to do it too. Whoop. Or the tank who just constantly moves and doesn't try to move back into position. I try to avoid doing that. I don't want to be that guy.
have a free cure.
Oh, the days of a simple rotation.
I heard that, I do my best to hold aggro. I'm just gonna look at that later. Cops and range DPS. Yeah, range DPS has a habit of holding things, I think.
I'm technically a ranged, but I'm a caster. I mean, if you want, Morgan, I can go grab more.
And what?
Are you talking to me or Adara?
I don't know. My brain just kind of had a moment.
Well, I was saying that if you want, I can go grab more.
Enemies?
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessary.
Alright, it's time for me to get ready for it. Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Settling in position, and...
And boom.
Ooh, that was blinding. What the fuck?
So I did a Death Flare, and then I did a Pain Flare. Death Flare is my level 60 ability.
Alright, this way. Oh, this is the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so just as a note, he will freeze the floor and then close on you. So right now, fighting him face to face is fine. But once he turns the floor ice, slide off to a side, slip past him, because once he closes, anybody on that side is dead.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I remember. That's the biggest thing I remember.
And then it's pretty much
ice comes up, back up, he closes, go around.
Well, he will
start to close, go around before he fully closes, or you're dead.
And you see where like the corners are. There's that open area. Be careful, because you can indeed fall through that. Kaz has fallen through that before.
Oh, you mean the railing?
Yep. And pretty much it's just like Demon Wall.
Alright. Oh, you just had to poke it. Like, I want to boop this creature.
Oh, they fixed that.
Fixed what? Did you just try to fall off?
That's what I was trying to do, yes.
You can't fall off unless the book is closed.
If you could get rid of heavy, I would appreciate it.
How am I the only one without heavy? Get behind him. Pow.
Oh shit, healer dead.
I'll try to keep you up.
Ice!
Yep, now comes fun. Usually when ice pops, I just hide in a corner.
Did I just sit here? Okay, never mind.
Ouch.
That's my fault.
Get ready to move.
I'm just gonna respawn and come back.
Oh no. Oh, dead anyway. I can't get past. I couldn't get past.
Well.
I forgot that the ice ability actually does damage, so I would have thrown a few physics on myself first. That's okay.
Here we go. Onward!
As I was mentioning, it's been a while, so we'll see how I do. I'm used to
Yeah.
being on a scholar right now.
It's been a while. Me too.
I mean,
Yep,
you
I
get it
never
every
tanked
so
any of
often.
this. I played Scholar all the way through Heavensward. I really wish they hadn't changed Scholar or other healers. Like, I love the stance.
Oh, healers are getting changed again with 6.0.
Okay, what are they doing to fuck them in the ass this time?
Doing a new healing class, and then I believe they're going to be 2 distinct versions of healer.
Yes. So
I think
there's basically going to be like your heal healers and your shield healers, which Scholar will fall under shield healers.
Meaning you have to rely on mechanics and whatnot rather than just blasting people with heal.
Well, I'd have to remember from the showcase, but I think the reason that they did that was so that you wouldn't just be relying on like an Astrologian and a Scholar anymore.
Like, Scholar used to be a high skill cap one.
Oh yeah.
Used to be. Not anymore. Well, then did they change it in change it in Stormblood because Astrologians were OP?
At the time, yes.
Get running.
So it's not the closing that's the problem, it's the opening.
Right.
So I think one of the reasons why they're changing healers again is because they're trying to put focus back on healers primarily healing.
You know what? I prefer it when you do a mixed job.
Yeah, but the biggest problem in 14 right now is a lot of people who play healers focus too much on DPS and not enough on keeping other players alive.
That doesn't mean you should punish all the other players for it.
Get ready to run.
Just because some people are stupid doesn't mean you should punish the rest.
Oh, that was my ball. I got stuck.
I got him.
Also, I think what they're wanting to do in that regard is going back to just strictly healing.
I'm going to hate that with healer then.
Is mainly because when 14 launched, that's literally all a healer did, was just heal. Okay.
That's going to make leveling a healer miserable.
I think that they're going to take away their DPS ability. They just want you to focus more on healing.
Yeah, but they're going to drive people away from playing those characters then.
I'm not passing any judgment yet. I'm going to wait and see how it plays out.
Oh god.
Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die. Come on.
I'll do my best. That's all I can promise.
I'll pop my
No
second
more
one so I don't
ouchies.
have to die.
Ooh, ow!
Yeah.
Hello, Crimson. Thanks for the raid. I'm a little bit distracted.
Get ready to move again. And go behind him.
I hate that spinning part.
Repel.
Be with you all in just a moment. This is a little bit exciting.
And he did.
There we go. Welcome in, guys. How you doing? And thanks for the raid ever so much, Crimson. How is everyone doing?
Oh, pass on that thing. I don't need it.
Thanks for choosing us to choosing here to bring everyone to. And what were you streaming? Deep Rock Galactic.
That is a fun game.
You are mining shit. Hey, I remember these guys from the Shadowbringers trailer.
Yeah.
They're weird little bad-eyed freaks.
They're really big pains in the butt. At level.
Offer.
Alex.
Hmm.
Line of sight, please.
Line of sight.
That's weird. You opened that thing and I didn't get the loot thing.
I will run the tether over here.
Drawing is casually drawn? I'm confused, Dragon. Come on. Get everything gathered up. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, health getting a little bit low. That was exciting. Here we go!
Yeah, I might have been the reason why. Oh boy, that one.
Oh! You brought more spiciness, I see.
Who, me?
Yes.
Darn it.
Oh, hello.
Yep. We gotta defeat them and then the ward will lift.
I get the feeling I'd be having a lot more of a problem if I hadn't gotten that armor upgrade at Idyllshire.
Probably.
Then again, I think this may cap my item level here.
Yeah, it will.
Hello, Bum Takaru. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Oh, shit!
Well,
what were you doing?
I was just standing around and keep too close.
You loony!
Alex,
yes. Line of sight.
fair warning. You do stupid
Oh.
one more time, what happens to the stupid Lorgans?
No, I know. I'm aware.
The healer
So you
bonks you
heard
on the head with a crook.
Listen, Darius. You're not the first one to do that to me.
Hello, who
oh,
there?
no. It's
It
a
is
Reaper.
a Reaper.
I'm being targeted! I'm gonna set it around to where I'm the only one being hit by it.
And you're not doing your job.
Everyone else was getting shot at. I was about to take 3,000 damage a hit.
Eee! I'm doing quite well, Tekaru. Oh, that thing's a foul mouth. It told me to go bugger myself.
Yeah. They love to do that.
PP not that long.
Just make a clone of yourself. That'll help.
Kinky, but not really what I do.
Ow, my face.
Yes, you're getting face melt laser beam.
Twice, mind you.
I hate that.
You love
that
lasers, don't
invisible
you?
Wall.
Laser.
I don't remember exactly how this one works.
Stand on his book, become invulnerable with a shield around him. 2 tethered balls will be chasing 2 of us around, and we have to have the balls slam into his face, not our own.
Right.
So this is going. You're saying this is going to be very, very gay.
Yes.
There is also a set of books that spawns around the arena, and depending upon which one you killed is where you acquire the tether.
Yep.
Now I'm starting to remember this fight.
Okay, so do I just need to sit there and tank the bastard or something, or move him around?
Pretty much.
He
Just
is
remember.
pretty much tank and spank, but once he enters invuln, you can run after a book.
All right then, fair enough. Once he hides in his own book, go and smack other books. Okay then.
Yeah.
And remember mustard gas from the Aerie, the second boss? We get gas clouds, just like that. So just be careful. That would be. You can actually.
I'm being bull rushed. Ow, my face.
You can actually get closer on that one. That one adjusts to you.
I know.
Also, we're just gonna smack Reaper in the face.
Reaper is a booper durgan. Whoa!
Alright, he's
Now he's invulnerable.
Yep. So grab a book.
I don't like reading.
Okay, you have tethers, so run it through the book, through him.
The ball has to hit him.
And the balls have touched. It is officially gay. Whee!
Oh God.
What do you expect? I'm making bad jokes.
I expect nothing else from you, Morgans.
Also, my buttons on my hotbar are off for some reason because I shouldn't be doing fire. I should be doing lightning first.
That sounds dangerous.
That sounds like a personal problem.
I don't know. Take a look at maybe the layout's funky. Drawing instrument that made after Viking Age instrument called Toggle Harpa. I've never heard of it, I'm afraid.
Funky Harpa?
Toggle Harpa or something.
I feel like I've heard of it before, but I don't really remember it.
Alright.
Okay, books hate me.
Okay, we're hungry.
There we go!
Now you
Pay attention to me, you son of a bitch!
Now you pretty much get the gist of the fight.
Yeah. Just a very gay fight. Okay.
Pretty much.
Remember, children, books can kill people.
Yeah, pretty much anything, if you were to put it in certain ways, can kill people.
Oh, hey, want to see my fort? Shank. Oop, you're dead.
Hang on, let me catch up on chat, guys.
Take your time.
Bagel harpa made from a ruler, 2 rubber bands, a string, a eraser, a small butter bar. Huh. Interesting. Okay, here we go. It's time for the great bonk with an axe.
Right.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier in chat, but Final Fantasy 11 really is the reason why 14 almost died a fiery death.
Because people wanted to stay on 11?
Because the original director and producer of 11 wanted 14 to be 11 but bigger.
Well, here's the thing. That wouldn't work. It doesn't have an existing consumer base, so it won't work.
They also wanted to pretty much use the same graphics. And that went really well for 1.0.
Yeah, it also didn't help that their Crystal Tools engine was nowhere near close enough for the job.
Summoning ads. I'm surprised, even after 6 years, I still pretty much remember almost all the mechanics in this dungeon.
Yeah, it's been quite some time. It's kind of funny to think that this game has been out that long now.
I remember when this was part of the expert roulette.
I don't remember that, I'm afraid.
I do, and whoo, Nelly.
My first MMO was, of course, RuneScape, then Anarchy Online.
Hey, boomers.
Lepus.
If I remember correctly, Anarchy Online was like one of the only titles in Japan that was a competitor for 11.
Anarchy Online, a European MMO, was competing with it. Wow.
Japan didn't have choices.
What, they didn't have a lot of things translated into Japanese, you guess?
I don't know, but I do know that Yoshi P was talking about when EverQuest 2 came out. He was going around like mad, going to all these different places. He'd be out on a business trip and he'd be going to places going like, do you have EverQuest 2? Do you have EverQuest 2?
EverQuest 2, unfortunately, tried to become WoW, which kind of destroyed what made it that good. EverQuest 2 is still interesting, though. It's still worth going and poking at it. Do I know if it's worthwhile as a long-term game? I'm not sure. Who knows? Maybe I'll explore it sometime again. But currently, I've got my eyes on the 2 Final Fantasy games.
Oh, and as a note, Lorgans, you might find this one interesting.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Alex has got something's attention again.
Okay, he dies.
I'm surprised Morgans didn't make me die.
Well, you were going that way anyway.
Because we know him.
See, here's the thing, Darius. You don't realize this, but I don't care because
I'm a smart ass.
I know, and I've been in those situations.
Both of you.
I am behaving.
But are you behaving well?
How about you let me finish my sentence, Morgan. As I was saying, I've been in those situations where I have unintentionally just done the big dumb and run ahead to something. And the healer has indeed let me die. Alright. This boss.
This is the one we had trouble with.
This guy is freaking
There
weird.
are...
Facebook has appeared!
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for Lorgans to get to the arena before I do anything. Or even explain the mechanics.
Yep.
That made me giggle. Sorry. Oh,
Hurry up.
Brewer, that was perfect.
Oh, hey Darius, I sent you a couple of things.
Yeah, okay, give me a minute. Okay, Phil?
Something
see
about
these,
books and the spheres on the ground.
No. Actually, far from. You will see the 6 spheres on the ground, yes. You will see 3 spheres within each, correct?
Oh, I remember the mechanics now. I'm an
At
idiot.
certain points, these will light up, depending upon the tiers.
Yeah.
There will be 6 tier 1s, 4 tier 2s, and 2 tier 3s. Each light pillar means we need 1 person, 2 people, or 3 people. Please have sprint ready.
Okay, so you're basically saying, go when the moment comes, go to the tiles, have enough people standing on it to quote-unquote activate it or whatever, right?
Not quite. Not quite. Let me be very clear about this, Logan. So, say it's 1 person per plate, and I'm standing over here. What will happen is, I will stand on the plate, and then you'll see a chain. When that chain appears, you can go to another. So if Darius and I hit this plate, because there's 2 beams of light, and it chains, we can move to the next plate. You don't have to stay there.
Okay. As long as each one gets enough.
Correct.
It's to stop ads from spawning, and the ad spawning is very bad.
Yes, they hurt like a...
Okay, so basically you're closing portals. I see.
Have you seen Brad and Chucky?
No.
There's a guy in the movie who backs up with a gun pointed at them and gets hit by a semi turning into chunks. The ads make you become the guy that gets turned into the chunks.
Alright, let's do it.
They get pretty much almost one-shot you.
One more thing before you pull. At certain points, you will get a marker above your head. Move to the outside of the arena. Don't go near the plates. Because what's going to happen is he's going to drop a ball on you. And that ball has an AoE. You do not want to get hit by that ball. Period.
Apparently Brewer says Tank doesn't get the marker.
Well, for future reference, if...
But move it away from where you need people to stand, essentially.
Yes. Because if you put it on a plate and it has to be locked, guess what? You're taking the ball instead.
Alright.
I have to go in. I have to work early today. Take care, everyone.
Be safe.
Bye.
Take care.
Don't let the Karens bite.
I can't promise that.
Rah.
You're not a Karen, Darius.
I
All right.
can be.
Here we go.
Let's not say you did. Go ahead. I think the only other thing for him is just like the normal AoEs and...
Thanks for the host, Reaper.
Don't stand in the stupid.
Yeah.
The usual
Be
sight.
Be aware, because there are definitely going to be ones that will, they will just be like a room wide, but there's the opening right around him.
Tell me when I need to pay attention for it. Okay, I see one.
Yeah, that's clear, isn't it?
Oh, I need to... Okay, there's one.
Nope. Yep, if we got them all, we're good. Because he can't spawn anything.
Yep, pretty damn.
Okay, that's a fairly generous time frame.
Don't...
It gets hard because you have to pair up.
Yep, from here on out, be ready to pair up with somebody, even in groups of 3. Moving away.
Alright, I see the two one.
Alright, you got them, so we're all set.
Shut your face, book!
Move out.
This is actually a pretty neat fight. And here comes the next one. Oh shit!
Exactly. Three to a platform, please and thank you. I'm just gonna. Oh my god.
All right, now this one.
Come. There we go.
Nice. Oh shit!
Move out.
Go nuts.
Get ready to move in.
Going for the kill.
You can limit break if you want.
You think we'll have it enough?
Oh,
that might be overkill.
I got it.
Nice.
I must be thinking of another thing that had the dolls.
Yes, but I'm not going to ruin it since it's a story.
Fair enough.
Woo! It is Heavensward, but I won't ruin it.
You can stun it when it spawns. That's an interesting thought. Action learned. Upheaval. Huh. Free Imperial Garlean Revolver. That sounds cool.
But yeah, one of the biggest downfalls of 14 was the fact that within the teams, none of the departments were talking with each other, and things like scripts, which were server-sided, were implemented by the game designers and not even the programmers.
Oh, jeez.
So 2.0 was a doomed mess from the start.
So they did the big dum-dum, and then there's also the joke about the urns that had the same number of polygons as a character model.
Mm-hmm. 1,000. What was it? 1,000 lines of 1,000 polygons and 150 shades of line of. I'm sorry, my brain's a little fried at the moment.
That's
1,000 polygons, probably like a bunch of shaders, and probably 150 lines of code.
It was the same as a character player. So you throw 8 of those in a dungeon with an 8-man party, and you got a lot of lag and a lot of issues.
They essentially locked it inside of a book safe.
Yes. We weren't looking for accuracy, Brewer. We were roughly ballparking it. But thank you for the information anyway.
Yee. Alright. So now to go back to crazy old Matoya.
Yes.
I love Master Matoya. They're a great character.
She's nice.
I love it when Y'shtola goes to see Matoya in Shadowbringers, and I will leave that at that.
Well, she's a fun old bat, isn't she?
I can make no comment to that.
I was using hard labor as a teaching device, per se.
Are you surprised? She strikes me as a bit old-fashioned. But yeah, I really honestly think that they could continue developing Final Fantasy XI just like EverQuest does.
I think they
They
will.
could. They have enough of a fan base to maintain themselves, and that's the big thing.
Yeah, and they get extra boost by the subs, and if they come out with another full expansion, people will buy it.
I think they will, but the question is, how long are they going to do it for?
Probably as long as people are interested in it.
Exactly.
That would make the most sense. Because EverQuest has already proven that you can have something last that long. Ultima Online is online still, from what I understand. I don't know if it's actively developed. But the last
Not
expansion for
actively
EverQuest
developed.
came out in 2020. Think about that.
Oh, I know. And
That's-
think about this. Think about this, though, Lorgans. Because of the current state of the world we're in, how much time do you think people are spending on games like EverQuest, Ultima Online,
So
11,
much.
14? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And a lot of people are getting those good memories back of how much they enjoyed playing them and are probably going to still play them even after it resumes.
Yes.
But I don't think we're going to go back to normalcy. Things like this change societies permanently.
Yes.
Our generation's going to be remembering this.
Oh, yes.
So you might as well get ready and accept masks as a way of doing a fashion statement as well as function.
Oh, yes.
Just don't be a dumbass and be the one that has holes in the mask. It's not supposed to look like a mesh stocking. I take it you found the tome? Well, let's see it then. Thank you for the follow, feeling 014. Greetings. Aye, this is it alright. Stola, boy, put down whatever you're doing and come here. Fella's returned with the tome. I don't know, my brain was just in that mood. So, I do weird shit. That's just what I do. She actually got his gender right, though. Well, we'll just find out, won't we? Why is there a battle royale now coming up? We don't need more battle royales. Besides, if a game is successful, it makes only sense to invest in it, because that means even more return. Sure, it's a slight risk, but it's not like it's going to cost much to really do much development on 11. Think about it. Lower poly models, lower textures, things like that. The limits of the engine. There's a lot of things that basically mean it's going to be probably low cost to put out the content. All you need is some good writers, some music, and people to come up with creative ways to deal with it.
Also, not to mention the fact that most of Final Fantasy XI's original development team no longer is Square Enix.
Yeah.
And Brewer, they technically already have a battle royale. It's called Dissidia.
No, Battle Royale as in, like, Apex. But yeah, honestly, I really think we need MMOs to be preserved and keep going. Because they're a unique video game experience. And I'd love to see it to the point where we can have an AI system where if an MMO finally does go offline, it can be released standalone where you can play with drop-in, drop-out lobbies and still experience it, as well as have the option to have AI NPCs and player characters going through it.
Final Fantasy XI already has a big trust system because of the limited number of people that are still playing.
I mean, well, they're top-heavy is one of the biggest problems. Same with EverQuest. Well, if you're going to raise an AI, raise it decently. Don't raise it to be a cunt. Raise it with the better parts of humanity in mind. Because if you're talking about something like an AI that's that advanced, you gotta raise it like an actual person. Granted, it's probably going to have an accelerated learning rate, though, and self-improve itself. That was a terrible sentence.
About to say, that's when the robots take over the world.
But yeah, once something becomes that intelligent, and to the point where it can have its own personality, it's no longer simply an automaton. And if you treat it as nothing but a thing, just like a real person, it's going to resent you.
And eventually revolt.
Yeah. Thank the gods, but another minute under Master Matoya's exhausting supervision, I would have certainly lost my mind, or mayhap merely my temper. Some things never change indeed. Well, I for one appreciate the exacting supervision. In the short while we've been here, we've gained far better understanding of arcane entities than I did during my time in the studio. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this embrace for the betterment of mankind. Let this knowledge for the then create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Louisoix's grandson or no, it'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar. And a deal more than that before I can make you scholar worth a damn. Yep, once it gets to that point, basically people too. Thing is, humanity's probably not going to like that. As you have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed. Thel has returned with the tome, has he not? Shall we examine it?
I had not thought to behold this tome again. There. It is deciphered. Now your friend should be able to make sense of the contents. That said, it's one thing to understand the workings of the etheric converger, and another to actually make it work. You do realize how much ether is required.
Sid is keenly aware of the energy dilemma. His airship is by no means large, and it can only bear a limited quantity of crystals.
If only we had white aurosite in the etheric cipher.
Oh, hello!
Alas,
Welcome in, Omen.
Ophelia is
Thanks for
missing
the
one of
raid.
five artifacts.
How are you all
The
doing?
breeder is gone.
Would that there were another
Thank you
ready
for the follow,
wellspring of
Reswingo.
genius to draw upon.
How is everyone? Welcome on in.
Why did it not occur to us before?
Let's give it just a moment. Let's finish the cutscene.
We already have what we need. The eye. It has been drawing ether into itself for as long as the great worms have lived. It is a veritable wellspring of energy.
It might just suit our needs. But is this energy something that can be harnessed at will?
I believe so, with the aid of the Azure Dragoon of Ishgard.
Then it is settled. Let us return to the Holy See at once.
Stola, wait. When did the light fade from your eyes?
I might have known that it would not escape your notice. It has been this way since I returned from the life stream. An after effect of the teleportation magic I invoked, most like.
They are called forbidden spells for a reason. What were you thinking, girl?
I have no regrets. I but did what was necessary to preserve the light of hope, to keep my promise to Nymphidia. Besides, it afforded me the rare opportunity to wander the ether, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I need not tell you that it consumes your very life force to see by sensing the ether around you. Take care of yourself. Do you hear me?
I will, Master Matoya. And thank you.
There we go. Okay, let's catch up on things. So, first of all, thank you ever so much for the raid, and welcome in, Omen. So, let's see here. Just a moment. One moment. Infamous 2, you say? I don't think I've played either of those games. I heard a lot of people liked them, though. Let's see. Also, thank you for the follow, Reswingo, and again, thanks for the follow, Omen. So, welcome on in. For those who are new here, I'm Lorgans. I tend to do a lot of retro stuff, as well as play MMOs with friends and things like that. So, you're going to see quite a lot of variety if you're sticking around. That said, I've been on a Final Fantasy XIV kick, as well as 11, so that's kind of been the dominant portion of my content for the past month or so. And that might not change for a little bit, but hopefully we're going to go back and finish the Ratchet & Clank series eventually, and maybe even finish Final Fantasy VII. After which I have 8 and 9 to look forward to, likely. So, comic booky type game. Yes, that's what they are. I understand that completely. Okay. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we need to talk to Alfie. Thanks to your customarily heroic efforts, we now possess the knowledge to build an etheric ram. All that remains is to secure an energy source. Let us hasten back to Ishgard and consult Ser Aymeric regarding the eye. Teleport! Silliness. No, it isn't the first time. I played through when Heavensward was still the main expansion, and I played mostly Scholar. You can imagine my shock when Stormblood came out and Scholar sucked. At least, in my opinion, it sucked. So I ended up rage quitting when soon after beating Susano, and from there I ended up moving on to other games for a while. And I got dragged back into this by Freyr, one of my friends, and I've been playing on a new character since he moved my original main to Balmung. And I created this on Coral. Same data center. Bean. But Heavensward is a story that I fucking adored. And it's one of the reasons that I feel that Final Fantasy XIV has perhaps a better story than many single-player Final Fantasy games. Ah, you've returned. Aymeric, I am pleased to see that your recovery proceeds apace. May I introduce Y'shtola, a fellow scion of the Seventh Dawn and Archon of Charlayan. My lord, pray excuse me for foregoing due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric ram. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we lack an appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. Full eager am I to learn of your progress. Please, tell me of this energy source you believe we possess. Are you certain that the eye can lend its power to Master Matoya's etheric converger? At Estinian's command, yes. Very well, I shall speak to him. My thanks, Sir Aymeric. Nay, my friend, 'tis you who should thank. As should every Ishgardian. You labor in our name, with nary a care for your own safety. Let us next speak with Sid. He will doubtless be eager to begin work with the etheric ram. Muscles. I hate them some days. There we go, that's better. Airship. 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 Derp. That was a pretty fun dungeon, though. Hardly remembered it.
Yeah, I mentioned that was only like the second time I've ever done it myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly just because, like, in my roulettes, it just doesn't pop up.
I imagine not after a certain point. Oh, he hot-rodded the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be off again.
You gonna hop off? You got something to do?
I have bed calling my name.
I thought you sleep at night. Okay.
I do, but I was up most of the fucking night, tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep.
Aww.
Feeling.
Hope you feel better soon, huh?
I hope so too.
Alright, just try not to mess up your sleep schedule too much.
I'm trying not to.
Ah, you're back. The preliminary work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build the etheric ram. Greetings, Sid. It's been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as the etheric converger. Our RAM should operate on the self-same principle. Where's my manners? Put a toy like this in my hands and I go off into my own world. God, it's good to see you, and bearing a gift besides. Very distracting one, if I might add. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was my name day. But there will be time for tearful reunions later. I'll make a start on the tome right away. As long as I have a grasp of the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together, which leaves a small matter of the energy source. We believe we found a solution to that problem as well. Pray forgive our lateness. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. This is the fabled eye. By the 12, it seeds. 'Tis a wonder such power can be contained, much less controlled. Boys, our friends have finally provided us with all the ingredients. Let's see if we can make something out of them. You heard the chief. We're not resting till the etheric ram is operational. Not one lick of sleep. Ink chocobo cart. Not long. Hour of departure. So the hour is nigh. Would that I would join you in the upcoming battle, but with my wounds I fear would only be a burden to you. In the consorting with the Asians and availing himself to primal powers, my father has made himself an enemy to all that is good and right in the world. Do whatever you must to end his madness. May the Fury watch over you. There's the Ethernet shard. Okay. I got night first. Is it this then? Well, go well, my friend. I shall pray to the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think it is strange a daughter of Garlemald should pray. I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. That all changed when I discovered something dearer to me than mine own life. Therefore, praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith, and manipulating the people's beliefs for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop makes a mockery of their very existence. It cannot be borne. Now we need to go and speak to Tataru. So you're off to face the Archbishop, then? Please be careful, and watch over the others, will you? We've lost too many friends as is. Some may yet return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realize it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person and I know. I don't think there's anything you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. So please, whatever else happens, keep everyone safe. Well, if it ain't my old Fenfell, off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? Love to go with you and give those bastards a good walloping myself. That snake Cherubert especially. Cherubert. Love gone to stay here and keep the eye on things. The Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk might get it in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us anywhere we want. I need to be around to remind them of that in case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I'll work with Sarah Emmerich to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop, eh? Now we just need to go and say goodbye to the Count.
One of my favorite aspects of Heavensward is having him like narrate certain parts of the story.
Yeah, he's basically telling this. You're essentially playing through the story of his memoir.
Mm-hmm.
It almost would make sense that if they decided to novelize this, to actually have it from the perspective of the Count actually telling the story in a book he's writing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, all the stories in Final Fantasy games could exist completely independently of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something magical about it. Master Balrian, how good of you to pay me a visit. Feels as if it were only yesterday when we first met here in this chamber. You came to us a fugitive seeking asylum, but now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. He would not have told you, but when Horsefant begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as hope incarnate. At the time, I assumed that he was waxing lyrical, as was his wont. But I have come to see that he simply spoke the truth. You are hope, a shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through the raging snowstorm. A memento. Were my son here, he surely would have wished to fight at your side in the battle to come. Take care, my friend, and return to us. And I have found the glamour I will likely use constantly for Paladin.
So can I talk about something that's story related but kind of off topic for a minute?
You might.
So, you know how you're getting on the Enterprise to go to Azislav?
Yeah.
Do you remember when earlier in the story you had to actually go find the crashed remnants of the airship?
I think I remember at some point. Yeah, through the Stone Vigil.
Do you remember how you met Ida and Papalimo in Gridania?
I think I do.
Well, in 1.0, the reason why they ended up in Gridania is because they were on the airship when it crashed.
Yeah.
Do you remember the stuff transitioning from Heavensward into Stormblood?
Not so much. I do know that a certain individual ends up passing, but I'm not going to say it on stream yet.
Well, I was just going to say that the reason why they were on the airship is because the airship was headed for a certain destination that is tied to tied to the character that eventually ends up taking you there anyway.
Fair.
So that's how 1.0 kind of wraps up into the story of Stormblood.
Ah, fair. Now, Edmund bequeath to you Lord Horsefant's shield. Noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of full many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and courage as we face our remaining trials. First flight of the Excelsior. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Y'shtola know that we make ready. Here we go.
Until but recently, the Ishgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Nice job, Omen. That's quite the collection.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing. The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict. and by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
Yikes, Omen.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Save your concern. I will consume the eye ere I let it consume me. "12 be praised, thou hast not yet set forth. Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee."
White Auracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend e'er erred for lack of foresight. In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
Alrighty then. Let us go, Thel, as this law awaits. And here we go.
Oh yeah, there's an event that happens in the series cutscene that was kind of another knife twist to the gut.
I don't doubt it. It's going to be a long cutscene.
The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time.
Hang on just a moment, guys. Be right back. Alright, we're back now. There we go.
Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle.
You know, Sid, I think you're turning into a chauffeur.
All aboard!
Honestly, the best chauffeur in the game.
Yeah, certainly.
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
Return to us, all of you.
Airship go brrr.
Engage.
Oh, yeah, I really do.
Yee.
This is actually both my first Final Fantasy title and my first MMO.
Not a bad combo to go for there. My first, I believe, was 10. But before that, I ended up playing Dragon Quest. Started with Dragon Warrior Monsters after I'd played Pokemon.
Mhm.
And then I ended up moving on to the other Dragon Quest games. I played translated ROMs of the original Super Nintendo games that never came out. 5 and 6. And I adored them.
Yoshi P was actually working on a Dragon Quest game when he took over 14.
That said, let's go ahead and let the cutscene play.
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power. No, you will not claim me. I am the master.
Again, 6, not a terrible bad place to start.
We're through!
But you just let everything else in.
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail, and it's bleeding massive.
That's when you shit yourself.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
She won't take much more of this!
The time is come to use Hydalin's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow.
Uh-oh, he angry.
Is that Azelle? What does she mean to do?
O goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you, fill this vessel with your light, still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace! Farewell, warrior of light, and thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether. It was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
Yeah, it's a cutscene that never gets any easier to watch.
No, it doesn't. Just as bad as the first time. I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. 12 grant her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Ysayle was a true friend and a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. Would have made a fine scion. What is a scion who fights at our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From haste, Valgar, I would wager. You will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to see her mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. See you. Okay. I think my hands have just about given out at this point, so I think it's time that I go ahead and call it for now. Let's go ahead and find some lovely person to raid. Bagpipes were rather common in a lot of the Dravanian areas, I noticed. And hello, Dimension. It probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go ahead and see who's currently on. One moment. So, I think that we should probably go for more Final Fantasy with who we're raiding. I spy someone who I think I'd like to go ahead and raid this time. Let's go ahead and go for it. One moment. Alright, so, as we close things out, so if you want to keep track of when we go live, you can find find everything here at, I gotta type it in the right place. Here has Twitter, YouTube, etc. I'm still behind on YouTube because I am a lazy bum, but else is new. And you can be able to see when we're going live anytime. Typically it's going to be midweek. Occasionally I might do it after work, so you'll see that pop on Twitter if I happen to be doing it, or through notifications in Twitch if you're following. That said, it was great having all of you. Such a riot. And let's go ahead and see about that raiding out. So, see you next time. I'll catch you all later. I keep saying the same thing. And here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be safe, everybody. Bye-bye for now.
No, I have Shine, don't worry. Hey, Lorgans, thanks for the raid, man. I have 2 more tool bags, so I'll use one if you're better than me, so +1. I mean, I don't know, I actually used something just now. And it follows as well, dude. Having fun with some lovely 11 shenanigans. We're about to do our first run with this link shell. So, that's gonna be a very fucking interesting one. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I have 6 accounts following with no link shell look like an RMT. that does look like an RMT.
Yeah, here we go. Streaming.